Today I wanted to show you the kinds of things that are available to you if you just open your eyes and look around you. We made a trip to the dollar store last week, and normally I wouldn't think to bring my husband along with me on one of my excursions for finding goodies because, guys, they just want to do it and get out, and I wanted to browse through the aisles. But when I explained to him what I was looking for, it turned out he was actually quite the little bargain hunter. The first thing he came up with was this little basket, and I think it's something that you would use, maybe in your bathroom or in your kitchen, or maybe for the kids to put stuff in it. And I told him that I wanted to find things that I could spray through or stamp through that would effectively work like stencils. And he came running up and said, "Oh, look what I found. Look at this. You can spray through this, can't you?" And well, yep, he's right. You can. Good job, honey. I'll probably cut it up or something before I try to use it, but if you can just imagine laying this down on a piece of paper and spraying through it, that would be really cool. Then he came up with, look at this. I guess you can buy 12 combs for $1. Who needs 12 combs for $1? But you might be wondering why I'd want to use these. Well, you could spray through these, I suppose, or paint through them, but they're also really good for scraping through paint and making marks on your palette or on your canvas, and you can scrape through paint that's already there, or you can dip it in paint and scrape through it that way. So I have plenty of options we can try in the next video, and you'll see how I might use those. What else did? Oh, in the kitty area, beachy toy area, there was this little thing. It's really actually kind of cute. I think this is probably something that the kids would use when they're building sandcastles or playing in the sand at the beach, and they sift the sand through that. And obviously that would also make a really good stencil. Some neat little squares there, and if you did the whole thing, you'd have a nice little star shape with the squares in it. I'm not sure what I would use this little fishy guy for. I don't know if you can see this, but he's got these little gills or something, or fins. That might make a nice stamp. I might be able to use that. But the funny part was when Charlie said, "Hey, look, Vicki, when you're all done with that, you can spray right through the netting." It's like, gosh, dear, you're really catching on to this. So good idea. Next thing we came up with was this, and I've already thrown away the tag. It said it was a dog toy. Now, I don't have dogs, and I'm not sure exactly what is this, a bone that you throw and the dog would fetch or something. It's kind of heavy. And, oh, maybe it's a chew toy. Do dogs teeth? Maybe that's it. Well, anyway, the cool thing about this one is, if you can see this, this is all ridged. So we could do the same thing we could do with the combs. We could drag this through paint or gesso or something, or we could stamp it up, put ink on it, stamp it up, and then stamp it down. So I'm sure we can get some really good impressions from a dog toy. Who knew? Now this is something that really had me puzzled. When I first saw it, I thought it was one of those things that you stick in your sink as a drain, but then I actually looked at it, and it says it has a Betty Crocker brand, and it says can strainer. So I guess the idea is if you have a can of tomatoes or something like that and you need to strain them, you would strain it through this. But once again, think out of the box. This would make a great stencil to spray through. Oh, now look, no, don't laugh. When he saw these, he said, "Vic, what about these?" Well, they're $1 each. I do have spatulas in my kitchen. Obviously, I could have tried to use those, but maybe that's not such a hot idea. But can you just imagine painting through this? What a great little design on here. And oh, look, here's the flower. That would be really neat. So we'll play around with those. So, as I said, think out of the box. My husband certainly was. Who knew? Now, here's something that was really shocking to me. These were just an accidental find. 2 for $1, fly swatters. Look at this. Now, I guess this is like a little spider or something, a spider's web. But once again, you can spray through this to make a nice stamp. You can cut this and then drag the cut end through paint or gesso or, any medium that you wanted to. So we're going to do something really cool and interesting. Oh, if you have not discovered the world of flip-flops, let me tell you, check your dollar store. Check, the drugstores, any place that they might have these really inexpensive flip-flops, because guess what? Flip-flops have a rubber pattern on the bottom, and this is probably hard for you to see. Maybe if I angle it this way towards the light. This has this really, really super cool crisscross pattern that's going to make a really nice stamp. Once again, I can lay my ink down or my paint down and stamp into it, or I can spread some paint onto this and then use it as a rubber stamp. And here's a true score. Look at this. Both sides have texture. So we're going to do some interesting things with this. I'll show you how you can make some shapes out of these and make your own cute little rubber stamps. Now, I have no idea what this is. Absolutely no idea. If anybody has any hint, I'd really like to know. But it doesn't make any difference because it's a fabulous stencil. It's plastic, it's flexible, so I could cut it out into different shapes if I wanted to. It's going to clean up very easily. And it's going to be some nice texture on my page. So at the very end, he came up with the final score of the day. He comes running up and says, Vic, look at this. Isn't this perfect? Wouldn't this be just great? He said, you could spray through this, couldn't you? It's like, well, what is this? Oh, it's a grill pan. I guess you put veggies or kebabs or something on it when you need to put it on the grill so that it doesn't fall through. And he's right. Look at this. You really can spray right through that, or you can cut it up. It really would make a great stencil. And I was really pleased and said, that's great, Charlie. And he said, no, you don't understand. This is really great. Look at this, Vic. It is 2 for 1. Score! Gotta love him, right? Who knew my husband was such a shopper? I can't believe it. Well, join us for the next video, and let's see what we can do with all these goodies.